Alrighty, so, yeah. You ever notice that, like, your eyes look weird sometimes? Especially when you're, like, in front of a camera? I do. I have noticed that. I think my eyes look weird. Kind of like googly eyes, you know? I have a history with googly eyes. Good and bad. I have this thing with, like, googly eyes that's like, just like bad memories of googly eyes. I don't know why. I mean, I do know why, but I'm not going to say why. But then I also have good memories with googly eyes. Now, maybe not good memories, just like fun ideas with googly eyes. Like, I've thought about putting googly eyes in places where googly eyes probably don't belong. And that's probably the good stuff I have for it. But other than that, googly eyes, I don't know, they're weird to me. Kind of freak me out. Anyway, today is Tuesday. I have not posted in a while on YouTube or Instagram. I have been away. I have no regrets. This past weekend was my brother's bachelor party. I am the best man. Ergo, I was extremely busy from Thursday until, Sunday, but kind of yesterday as well, Monday. Getting ready for and setting up and then performing and all this other stuff for his bachelor party. So we had a lot of fun. It was great time, honestly. We had good food, good drink, good company. Obviously, the bachelor was there, the man of the hour, getting married soon in a month. Less than a month now. Crazy. My older brother getting married. Oh, wow. Yeah, so that's fun. Anyway, super excited for that, but that is why I've been away. That does not mean, though, that I was not staying active and or exercising. Exercise comes in a number of different ways, and that'll be the tip of the day for today. Exercise does not just mean going to the gym. You can exercise and or stay active doing lots of other things. In fact, that's how you keep off the weight, to be honest. It's not just the gym, it's a active lifestyle. So most kinesiologists, most health professionals, doctors, all those people, they'll say anywhere between 30 to 45 minutes of cardiovascular exercise for 3 times a week is sufficient. I would dare to say more than that is good and needed for you. More than that is good and needed for most people. But in essence, there's a certain line for cardiovascular exercise, weightlifting exercise, stretching, and those are the 3 I can think off the top of my head right now, the 3 types. But of those 3, right, you have a certain threshold that you are supposed to hit. I believe for cardiovascular, it is 30 to 45 minutes for 3 times a week. For weightlifting, it is the same for 3 times a week at the minimum. And then for stretching, I believe it's 10 minutes, 10 to 15 per week or so. It's not a lot, obviously. However, I would venture to say that if you're trying to lose weight, you obviously don't want to just do the minimum. So in trying to lose weight, an hour to an hour and a half is good. Over that, you might be pushing yourself, but, that's up to personal discretion. Anyway, going back to my point at hand, I was active this weekend. There are more ways to stay active than just the gym. In particular, even over the weekend that we were having the bachelor party, we still went paintballing. That was my brother's request. He wanted to go paintballing and chill on the river afterwards. So during that time, I don't know how many of you have been paintballing or have seen, videos or know what it is or anything like that. But obviously you can either do a lot of running or you can do not a whole lot of running. It's preferable to do a lot of running if you don't want to get hit. So even during that, I was able to get in a good exercise amount. I was in charge of all the food. So I was standing most of the time and cooking and vigorously cooking for about 17 guys. So it's a lot of food. So that was also a lot of activity in doing that. Lifting heavy things, staying active with the guys, not necessarily just sitting down and, being a bum and drinking the whole time, but, moving around, talking, chilling, whatever, all that. It all helps you stay active. So although I wasn't able to hit the gym these past few days, I was still able to stay active, and that's a good thing. So it's about active lifestyle. I think a couple weeks ago I mentioned that I went back home for my sister's birthday, as well as for some other events, my sister's graduation. That being the case, even during that time, I think I also explained, I was still active. Playing with your kids, playing with your siblings, having fun outside, sports, hiking, taking walks. There's so many things that we don't think about, that we kind of just take for granted, that is activity. And if we push ourselves to it hard enough, it can become even vigorous activity, which is especially healthy for people, especially cardiovascular health. Vigorous cardiovascular health is especially important. It just has so many benefits, from heart health to reducing cholesterol to reducing stress to reducing blood pressure, so many other things. But vigorous activity. So anytime I hear someone say, "Oh, I don't have time for exercise," I sense I'm gonna say you're a liar, or you don't quite understand what exercise is, because unless you're probably working like a blue collar job and you're working, I don't know, 70 plus hour work weeks, you probably have room for exercise. But even if you are a blue collar guy and you're working 70-hour work weeks or something, or plus that, you're already getting a good amount of exercise in, probably with what you're doing. I'm technically blue collar, just with the job I have right now as a groundskeeper. It's not like most other blue collar, but technically still is, I guess. In addition to personal training, I don't know if any of you knew that. So I work 3 jobs. I'm a personal trainer, a groundskeeper for Texas A&M University, whoop, and then also I do help with physical therapy under a doctor of physical therapy for some of his clients or some of his patients who are home health, and so I help him with that. So those are my 3 jobs. Anyway, all that to say, all this kind of tangent to say, you can find ways to exercise always. Most of the time today, people spend on average 4 to 12 hours or more of their week on their phone. If you don't believe me, go ahead and check, just turn on screen time on your phone. And I don't mean just like it's 4 to 12 hours of like studious working environment to work with your phone. No, I mean like leisure time with your phone. 4 to 12 hours is normal for a lot of people. That being the case, if you really want to find out and see how much time if you're wasting on your phone, or if you think, oh, I'm not doing that, okay, or even if you just want to stay more like disciplined, turn on screen time on your phone, and per week, at the end of each week, it'll tell you how much time you spent on your phone, in what app, and doing what, and it'll be an eye-opener. For me, I spend too much time on my phone, so I know I don't have an excuse to not exercise. Anyway, going back to it, we all have room to exercise. It's always good to do it. There's so many different ways to do it, whether it's the gym, whether it's playing outside, whether it's doing something active with friends, family, whatever, whether it's just, I don't know, exploring and doing things, whatever it is. Touch grass, do fun stuff, have an enjoyable time, and make something out of it. That's the important thing. That's the tip for today. You can always exercise in some way, shape, or form. And if you can't, hit me up. I'm a personal trainer for a reason. I can think of things. The way my mom always used to say, if you're not busy and you look bored, just come to me. There's always something I can do for you. There's always a chore that can be worked out. There's always something she can give you, I learned from the best. My mom said, if I don't look busy, she'll put me to work. Anyway, goes all to say, yeah, if you really feel like you don't have time to exercise, I'm either going to call you a liar, or I want to go through your, your work week. But other than that, everyone should be exercising. Have fun with it though, make it enjoyable. Yeah, that's probably it for today. Thanks y'all for listening and dealing with me. Anyway, everyone, good night.